approval of Donald Trump disparaging undocumented immigrants. Today, the Republican frontrunner said this during a radio interview.
How about allowing people to come to an open border, 13,000 of which were murderers? Many of them murdered far more than one person, and they're now happily living in the United States. You know, now a murderer, I believe this, it's in their genes, and we got a lot of bad genes in our country right now.
Joining me now is the Democratic senator locked in a close race for re-election in Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin. Senator, thank you for being here. On that comment there, the Trump campaign is claiming tonight that he was referring to murderers when he said, quote, it's in their genes. What's your response to that?
Look, Trump wants this as a political issue for his campaign. I know you're talking about it in the previous segment, but we could have had in place for months now a bill that would have brought 1,500 new Border Patrol agents to the southern border. This was a bipartisan measure drafted in large part by one of the most conservative Republican senators. And it would also have brought in technology to help us scan nearly all the vehicles that come in to be able to interdict more of the illicit fentanyl. This was a very important, this was about solving problems. And instead, Trump and my Republican opponent, Eric Houghe, wanted this as a political issue that they could run on rather than pursuing real solutions.
Well, and it made me think of something that he said when he was in your home state of Wisconsin yesterday. I want everyone to just listen, for those who missed the Trump rally, to this comment.
Today I make you this promise: I will liberate Wisconsin and our entire nation from this mass migration invasion of murderers, child predators, drug dealers, gang members, and thugs. It will be liberated. It will liberate.
Senator, you see the crowd standing up and cheering as he says that. Does the Wisconsin that you know look like the Wisconsin that Donald Trump is describing there?
No, but, and I hear him talk about liberation. I think about all the women in the state of Wisconsin that have fewer rights and freedoms than their mothers and grandmothers. We have an abortion ban, criminal abortion ban, that was passed in 1849 in effect because of the Dobbs decision. If we need liberation, we need to return to, we need to codify and pass my Women's Health Protection Act, which is the bill that would codify Roe v. Wade. That's what we need in terms of liberation in the state of Wisconsin.
Trump's been in Wisconsin 8 times in the last 4 days, or 4 times, I believe, in the last 8 days. He is going to some Democratic strongholds when he's making stops there. You said recently that you're confident that there are Trump Tammy voters, obviously referring to people you believe will split the ticket between voting for Donald Trump and voting for you, Senator. There's a lot of people I think that would be curious, who are those voters?
Well, I would say just this week I got the endorsement of the Wisconsin Farm Bureau. It's the first time in almost 20 years that they've endorsed a Democrat. But I know a lot of dairy farmers who may prefer Trump at the top of the ticket, but have seen my work to pass the Dairy Business Innovation Act and to make their bottom line a huge priority for me. I know folks, one of the issues that I work very hard on in the Senate is getting Buy America rules attached to things like the infrastructure bill. And there are jobs that have come back to Wisconsin because of that. Now, Trump talked about Buy America all the time. He didn't get much done on it. I'm getting stuff done. And I think there's some workers who realize that and will cast, they'll split their tickets. I do not believe that this is going to be a huge number. And in my race, it's tightening so much in these final weeks. We see polls, the political report, making it a 2-point race and switching this to a toss-up state. And the national Republicans are seeing that. So Mitch McConnell is putting $17 million in the closing days into the state of Wisconsin. And my opponent, who's a multimillionaire, has already spent about $30 million of his own wealth, is also doing that. So we're going to be really outspent in this last period of time. But we're fighting. We got the people.
Yeah, well, you mentioned your opponent, and he has really worked to link you to President Biden, to Vice President Harris. Given how you are seeing those numbers and between the two of you shrink so much, do you believe that has played a role in how tight your race is right now?
I think people in Wisconsin know that I fight for Wisconsin, and I will work with presidents of either party, as I did on Buy America with both President Trump and President Biden. But I will also stand up to presidents of either party if it means we can help advance issues that help my constituents.
Senator Tammy Baldwin, thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me.